Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is a Tuesday night, and we are live and in effect as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device. We'll bring you a little bit of everything, a little bit of fun. Oh, yes, indeed. We're going to be answering some comments, and
Greetings, members.
we should be getting some scammers calling us. In fact, we're going to hear from somebody at 6:30 that we've not heard from in quite a while. Sherry from Idaho. Idaho. Ohio, not Iowa. And Ohio, Idaho. That's the combination of Iowa and Ohio. Good to see you guys. Very good. Thank you so much. Neil Han Dynasty is second here tonight. The Global Warmer was first. Good to see you. Thanks for liking and sharing. Ronnie Carnes is here, and the Global Warmer is first. Good to see the Global Warmer, the one and the only. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you guys being here. Christopher Schaefer is here as well. We're getting organized here. I'm trying to get down to the nitty-gritty, get down to the bottom of these comments. For some reason, it's stuck here with T-Square Talk, but we're going to get it going. Treasure Chargers here. Good to see Treasure Charger. We'll come back and catch some of those other comments here momentarily. Great purchase, says T-Square Talk on my video from this morning. It will only go up, I believe. Silver and gold are both doing a great job holding their spot right now. I believe we still have another big jump of inflation coming. I think so too, especially if gas prices continue to go up. We shall see. That's right. There you go. The Global Warmer remembers. That's right. 2 shakes of cinnamon, a tip of teaspoon baking soda, and 1 packet of Truvia. I'm slurping it right now, and those ingredients in that order as he posted it. Very good. All right. Yes, indeed. Thank you all for being here. And we have Abdelaziz bin Abdullah Tif Satar. Thank you. I apologize for not getting your name pronounced absolutely correctly, but thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. You inspire me for being here, so thank you very much. And James Smith is here. All right. Very good. Let's see. Oh, we got a few more down here. Let's take a look at Fiddlemaster J. File a workers' comp claim against YouTube or sue them for 1 million tons of silver. I like that idea. I should for my workplace injury. That's right. Gigacha Longshanks says here, silver is very expensive in the UK with taxes and premiums. Silver spot is just under 20 pounds, but it's over 30 pounds for most 1 ounce of silver. The plus side is that gold is cheaper, has low premiums, and on certain gold like sovereigns, you're really good. It's good stuff over there to get some of those sovereigns, United Kingdom. Very good. All right. Yeah, I gave it the old college try trying to pronounce that name, but that is good. Abdelaziz bin Abdullah Tif Satar. Maybe that's a little better this time. But thank you so much. All right. Black Silk Coffee may be subject to sanctions. That could possibly be the case. We'll try to avoid them at all possible. 66 Sam sent me to AC/DC Spiral and to dust off my Highway to Hell album. Of course, it's not on the If You Want Blood album, but at least it's not in America. That's right. You got the AC/DC reference there. I didn't directly get to it, but we got it close enough. And Daryl, you can see how heavy it is. What's up, Slurp? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you, Daryl. Having the best day we can. And you guys make it all the better. Good to see you. If you wanted to see me bleed, this is the video to watch right here. I bought 61 ounces of silver in preparation for this, and I did bleed for you. My kitten is a grandmaster. Silver was down some, which could be a good opportunity to buy. That's true. Always good opportunity to buy if you can when it falls. Joe Cole, I agree, Sal. Wish they would put approximate dimensions with bars. As you know, it helps when creating storage vaults. That's right, exactly. Every inch counts, especially when stacking silver. It takes up quite a bit of space, for sure. Good to see you guys. We've got Near Dusk here. We've got Veteran Metals here. Welcome, sir. We have Soul Patch Jackson. All right. THS theorizes that the Bon Scott is still alive. He did not choke on his own vomit, and much to the chagrin of the popular myth in 1980. We're going to slurp away here. Why don't you slurp away? Slurp away. I played a little loose with the knife. I created a, you know, that murderer, that guy that killed all those college students in Idaho. I committed the same mistake as he did when I was cutting the box. His hand slipped and he cut himself because he didn't have a shield guard on the knife. And I did the same thing. So, anyways, all right. Tobacco Row, I gave a thumbs up for the American-made silver bar. Thank you. Yes, kind of nice to have an American-made silver bar for once. Well, I guess there's others as well too, but this is nice to have that. I guess all Silvertown stuff is American-made, and so is Sunshine Minting. But I digress. Let's march ahead to the next comment from Jason Hartman. I just bought a 2013 10th ounce silver cook. I got a screaming deal on it. Hold that thought, Jason. We have a scammer. Scammer waiting in the wings. Hello? Hello?
Hello. Hi, this is Daniel from US Medicare. How are you doing today?
I'm going good, Daniel. How are you doing? Did you just wake up? Sounds like you just woke up.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Son of a motherless goat. The scammer hang up on me. Good to see you. Savage Stacker is here. Good to see you, Savage Stacker. Welcome. Good to see you, my friend. And so is Mellow Stacks is here as well. All right. Very good. Appreciate it. So anyways, Jason absolutely loves your Germanium Mint bars. I'm a huge fan of their 500 gram bars. Yes, those are really nice indeed. And very good stuff. Love the Germanium Mint stuff. Lars Job. Oh, I love me some chunky Germania girls. Yes, indeed. All about the chunky monkeys. Yes, indeed. Great Man's here. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see here. Colonic Stacker, do you think they realized that Thunderstruck has a classic the second Angus played the riff for the first time? Yeah, you know what? That riff, that's cool. My guess is they probably, understanding how popular they were before Thunderstruck, my guess is they probably didn't have any doubt that it would be a winner, especially a riff like that, for sure. They've probably done a lot of research on the analytics of good, cool guitar riffs, and Angus said, you know what, I'm going to go for this one. And Malcolm, being the rhythm master he was, old Malcolm Young, probably one of the tightest rhythm guitarists in history of metal and hard rock. Unlocked is here. Good to see you. Mark Lewis says, thanks, Sal Slurp. Thank you, brother. Slurptastic time. We're having a slurptastic time. The Victor Illustrato. Buy that silver. There you go. And bleed for it, too, while we're at it. Bungerstruck. That's right. Yes, you missed one scammer for a very brief amount of time, but more are coming. I'm going to go ahead and have faith that they're going to call me at 6:15 and 6:30, several of them. Silas Marner says, Germania always goes the extra mile with packaging, and I'm glad that they still use serial numbers. I used to stack 10-ounce Silvertown prospectors, but quit after they quit putting serial numbers in them. To most, it doesn't matter, but it's a nice touch to me. Also, love the British Royal Arms coins, and that is one big coin. Yes, indeed. I was glad to have it. Thank you so much. Thank you. And good to see Chuck and Plata is with us here tonight. Santo Domingo coffee is what he likes. Oh, yeah, it's good stuff. From the Dominican Republic, the old DR, as they call it for short. That's right, JM Unleashed. I learned that song specifically for him. For those about to stack, we salute you. Of course, now I forgot the riff, but anyways. All right. All right, Lars Job, your blood sacrifice will not be in vain. Quickly buys 20 more ounces. Thank you, Lars. All right. Thank you. I've made it. I shed blood for thee to purchase silver. Very good. All right. Thank you. Only 61 ounces, small fry. Yeah, but for me, that's kind of a big deal. But others, they do a lot more. Al My Balls is here. Good to see you, Al My Balls. Welcome. Good to see you. And welcome. Tony Minuti is here with us as well. All right. Very good. And we've got Good Morning Sal. Safety is number one. Be careful with that knife. That's right. Exactly. I should have been more careful. I have a Band-Aid on now. I am healing up. Yes, indeed. The Global Warmer with a thumbs up on this one. Yes, indeed. Thank you, brother. Thumbs up on the If You Want Blood video. All right. Brandon Lavigne. It says a metal drooler here. Let's see. Let me get over here. In previous videos, you repeatedly claimed that Keynesian new money creation and government spending doesn't affect consumer prices when it's done at a time when production of goods and services and consumer spending is low. In reality, consumer price increase is caused by too many dollars chasing too few goods and services. Are you willing to admit that you were wrong and make a correction to try to restore some of your credibility? Well, Brandon's been trolling me about this, but I correctly stated because in 2020 we started to see checks come out when the coronavirus pandemic hit, but there's very little economic activity. In fact, they did that to try to stimulate economic activity. But what happened at the end of 2020 we saw the consumer price index go down to 1.2%. So no, and I've already explained this to Brandon, but he doesn't seem to get the message that government spending, new money creation, and some government spending, not all. There's depending where a lot of that money, by the way, goes into the stock market, going into the markets and being sent overseas. So if that happens, that's why quantitative easings 1, 2, and 3 did not create inflation. It's because a lot of that money went into the markets and overseas. It did not circulate in the real economy. The velocity of money was shifted. And so, depending on the type of government spending, and by the way, government spending means writing you a check just to keep things going at the pace they were, or even a little bit more just to survive, because you're out of a job for a certain amount of time, does not increase the velocity of money. In fact, the velocity of money decreased during that time. So no, sir. Listen to my response. I'll say it again here on this live. You're going to have to come back and listen to it to get the answer. But no, it does not. Now, eventually it will catch up to us, and which is something that I've always said. And this guy does not seem to get that because he wants to try to destroy the credibility of Republicans. But anyways, all right. And conservatives and also supply side economic theory, Austrian School of Economics, which is what I tried to. All right, Mark Lewis says, nice coins and bars. I like the bars a lot. Yeah, the bars are cool. I'm liking bars more and more. Yes, indeed. Although I like some of the coins too. We got a lot of coins and rounds, but not enough bars. But I did buy some bars recently too, as you saw in that video. Mark these songs and stuff. Another fun to watch and now bloody video. Next, you could produce a horror movie about a monster that steals people's stacks. At the end, you kill the monster and get 10% of all the silver and gold returned. Ah, that's a good idea. Got to get the Hollywood folks in there to do it. If you want to see me bleed, check out this video I posted this morning. I bought 61 ounces of silver in preparation for this. There will be blood, and there was blood. It was true to the title. True to the title. Good to see Victor is here. Welcome, Victor. Matt Bittner is here. We must invest in pronouns and silver. That's right. That's exactly what we should do. Jeff Cabanis. Love those germanium bars. I have 3 of the kilos en route. And I got last week in the dip. Also 2 of those 10-ounce Robinhood coins back in December. They're nice. Congratulations, Jeff. Way to go. Brom39 with the first super chat of the night. Thank you, Brom. He says, I have about 2,000 in crypto. I would like to put that in gold. And any recommendations? I kind of want to get the 100 Corona or the Japanese yen. Yeah, the 100 Corona is about 0.98 ounces of pure gold, of actual gold weight. I would suggest maybe going to just get a full ounce of gold. I don't know what the Japanese yen version of the gold is out there, but hey, no, whatever. Gold is gold. I think that's a good idea. But I would go for a full ounce if you got $2,000. You can call me Abdelaziz. I have a Ukrainian friend who was able to buy gold just before the war started in February. In March, he went back to buy gold, but the shop owners returned him back. Wow. Yeah. I tell you what, war can really upset a whole lot of different things, including supply chains and different factors. So that is something else. Now, Brahm, yes, I would suggest maybe getting a 1 ounce gold coin of your choosing from a popular mint is what I would suggest. But for Brahm, he's given me oh, wait a second. We got a scammer calling again. Here we go. Right at 6:15. Hello?
Mr. Jim?
Yes, this is Jim.
Don Grizzly, the Grizzly Bear, calling you back?
Yes, the Grizzly Bear, not Grizzly Adams. We made a distinction between Grizzly Adams and Grizzly Bear, and we went with the Grizzly Bear. This is wonderful. Thank you for calling.
Okay, what can I do for you? Looks like you don't need my help. It looks like from the viewpoint I have on your credit, and unless I'm missing something.
You ran my credit. I'm doing pretty good. Yes, indeed. Well,
No, it's what you gave us. We didn't run your credit. We don't do that unless we have your permission. You evidently gave that to us.
All right. Well, you have my permission to run my credit. You can do whatever you'd like, as long as you don't cause me bodily harm. How's that? Is that a good deal?
Do me a favor. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing. What's your company needing? Well, I mean, every company needs capital, but
Right.
What's your need?
Well, I have a company that's been in existence for 14 years, Mr. Grizzly. And what I want to do is I want to start a new initiative with silver. That's right, the lovely, illustrious metal silver, which, as you know, is an antimicrobial. And it is a beautiful metal. We can stack it, we can hold it, we can fondle it. You know what I'm saying? But have you ever thought about taking it and breaking it down to the atomic and microbial level and injecting it up into your rectal area? That's what we're going to do. We're going to inject silver up the rear ends of Americans nationwide, from coast to coast, including Alaska and Hawaii, from the continental to all of the time zones that we can encapsulate in America first. And then we're going to go worldwide with this thing. Now, how am I going to make this work? I'm glad you asked, even though you didn't ask, because I just asked, thinking it was a rhetorical question, but in fact, it was not a rhetorical question. It was an actual question that I answered on my own. Here's how we're going to do this. We're going to mix it with an mRNA technology that'll be able to bind it to the ribonucleoids and other antimicrobial and medicines that we will inject into the rectal cavity to provide lots of goodness and cleanliness. Because you know what they say about cleanliness, right? What do they say about cleanliness, Mr. Grills?
Well, you know what? You've got me. I'm like trying to understand the silver up the butt thing and how that's making sense. What is the remedy for it? Like,
that is the remedy. The silver is the remedy. Silver up the butt is the remedy of the rectal cavity, because what it does. Have you ever heard of the concept of colon cleansing? Have you ever heard of that concept?
Yep.
We take it 7 steps. Actually, we take it 47 steps further, because 47 is the atomic number for silver. That's right. 47 is the atomic number for silver. And when we think about adding that silver to other medicines of colon cleansing, it will provide for colonic delight, okay?
Okay.
Because it's going to just clean up that whole area and make it nice and shiny, okay? Silver is the remedy for this whole situation, okay?
So, so you're taking this. You're gonna. What do you need? You need to get this product up and going. You have this. You're working on.
Oh, it's gonna be. We've already got. We have a white paper on this son of a biscuit. And by the way, we're not opposed to any other color of paper out there. So you understand, we are not white paper supremacists here at this company. Okay, just so you understand. So we need to try to get research done on this. And we're going to, well, we've already got the research done, but we need to get a marketing plan. So we need to pay for a consultant to do that. We've got to procure the silver. We're going to wait. I'm going to tell you, silver is trading at this very moment. The markets are closed in New York, and they're not open yet in Asia. But right now, silver is trading at $23.69 an ounce. We're going to try to wait a little bit, but we're going to try to until we actually purchase the silver. We can get it under $22 an ounce if we can. That's our break point to buy. So if we can have that capital in hand when it takes that dip, I think it'll take that dip before it goes up to where I'm thinking it's going to go by the end of the year, and that's 28. But what do I know? But you know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you a question. So you're looking for unsecured credit, obviously, because you don't have collateral to, no bank is.
You mean canonical? Well, we want it to be secure, because that's a lot of money we're asking for. So if you have to bring it by armored vehicle, or if I got to drive to the bank to get it, I'm going to have to get some extra armor tacked on my Ford Pinto, my 74 Ford Pinto, which I'm not opposed to doing, but I might have to get some money for that as well. Armor for the Ford Pinto. It's a 74 Ford Pinto. Just as long as nobody runs into my rear, I'll be good to go, because that's the explosive factor for those things.
What happens if they have silver?
If they have silver and run into the back of my car, it'll still blow up with a much greater force, because silver is actually fairly dense.
That was the Pinto and the AMC Pacer. They both had, Pinto had the big explosive gas tank back there. I remember that back in the 70s.
Right. But I chose the 74 Pinto. Consumer Reports gives it a little bit better rating than the old AMC.
Gotcha. So, Jim, where are you located anyway?
I'm located in Monroe, Louisiana. Just moved here a couple of months ago.
Got it. All right.
And we're going to start this thing. And we're going to, we're looking for a bunch of money to do this. We need about $250,000 for starters on this. That's the first step, and that's going to be for we're going to put half of it in marketing and the other half into buying the silver. We got to get contract size bars from the LBMA. Who knows? We might even wipe them out with this thing for as much as they have in there. They're December. This is breaking news, by the way. You're hearing it first, Mr. Grills. The LBMA has actually increased their holdings of silver for the month of December by fractions, like 0.01%. But at least they're not losing a whole lot more. They've added just a little bit more for December. So we may have seen the lows of the holdings of the silver in the London Bullion Market Association. How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel all tingly inside, Mr. Grills?
It makes me feel like my head is spinning because I'm following you, but I'm not following you. So I understand.
You know what? That's what she said. That's what she said, but not in those exact words, but fairly close. Okay.
Well, here's what I can do. If you can supply tax returns, I can do typically $50,000 for like we do 4 or 5 banks. That'll get you $250, like right from the.
All right, we can work with multiple banks. I have no problem with that.
If that's what we have, a 750 FICO, if that's what I'm looking at here, and you get good revenues. This is very easy to.
You know what they say? That's this FICO club. Get the FICO club going on. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, but okay. So there's different types of monies, right? You don't need quick money. Quick money's gonna be real expensive. I got lines of credit. I got lines of credit at 6%. They'll typically go up to 250. That's typically what they do on one bank. I'll have. But they all kind of talk to each other, so they know if you've lent money to the other one because they use that plaid system. If you're familiar with that,
plaid system. Plaid,
like
plaid.
like a skirt.
Like we've gone to plaid. We've gone to plaid, like in Spaceballs. Right, I get it.
Right. Yep. So that's what they utilize. So it just depends. I mean, here's what I do every day, so I can help you. I wanted to make sure I stayed with your 615 request to call you back, which I did.
Right, that's right. That doesn't happen too often, by the way. I got to say, some people are not right on the money like that, and you are, pun intended, literally.
Yeah. No, I understand. I just keep the system going.
Now let me ask you this, Mr. Grizzly. If I was Grizzly Bear, Mr. Grizzly Bear.
Okay.
So if we were to get this thing up and running, we go past R&D on this thing. That stands for research and development for those of you in real India. Yeah. Yep. So we get this past R&D, and we get a couple of little prototypes out there. Would you be willing to try one of these silver suppositories yourself?
Probably that'd be a big no. But,
I mean, that somewhat hurts my feelings if you want to know the truth of it all.
No, I have, a good friend of mine. He's a doctor, Dr. Jellyfinger.
Dr. Joeyfinger or Butterfinger?
Yes, Dr. Jellyfinger. You ever watch Fletch, Chevy Chase?
Oh, Fletch.
I think you're a part-time stand-up comic when you do this. You're half serious and half not.
I tried stand-up comedy, but I'd rather sit down and do it.
Okay.
All right, very good. Well, I tell you what, Mr. Bear Grylls, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's absorb all the information that we've just had in this conversation, and let's reconvene this conversation on 6:15 sharp on Friday. That's just a few days away. Let's absorb the information and think about it. And who knows, maybe silver will go down by then. We'll watch these markets. I like to watch the silver markets about once every 10, 15 minutes or so. And so we'll keep a good eye on it, and we'll see. We will reconvene then and go from there. What do you think?
Well, what's the delay for? Just tell me what I'll do it, but just tell me why you want to wait till Friday. I'm just curious.
Well, you said you were having a hard time absorbing all the information. I just want to.
Oh, that's what you mean. All right.
Yeah, and plus not only that, but I have another appointment that's coming up here. I've got another teleconference I've got to have here in a minute. And so we're running short on time here, so that's another reason as well too. So let's do that. I just want to send you an email to say you got it, and I'm sending it to your AOL account. All right, sounds good.
Just an email connection, so I can kind of at least I can correspond with you that way.
And I don't have that. Okay, sounds good. All right, very good. Let's do that.
I just sent that to you.
All right, sounds good. All right, we'll talk to you Friday. All right, thank you, sir.
You got it.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh boy! All right, I want to see because we got. Okay, yes indeed. Okay, that was Bear Grylls. Timo, that was Timo. Let's see here. Yes, I'm here. I'm here waiting for your call. Come on, man. This is Timo. Let's see here. That might have been the same guy. I can't keep track of them. I had two of them that are supposed to call me at 6:15, and then Sherry at 6:30. So we'll see here. And of course. All right, let's get back to it. To the comments. Where were we? Impressive, a beautiful sight to behold. Thank you, Escape the Matrix. Thank you, thank you. This is on my full stack video. Appreciate that very much. By the way, is Brom39 still with us? The Global Warmer, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. There you go. And Slurps. That's right. We're doing a Blood, Sweat, Tears, and Slurps. Liquid Electrum is here. What's the difference between a drunk and a junkie? The drunk will steal your wallet and feel bad. The junkie will steal it and then help you look for it. There you go. That's right. Yep. Very good point. Exactly. Good to see Games, Guns, and Gadgets channel. Welcome. Good to see you. Long time to see. Welcome, Guns, Games, and Gadgets. Brian Morrow, why don't you set a drop email account and leave the smucks email so you look legit? I know. I'm too lazy to do that. I do have one, actually. I do have an old account that I use for that kind of thing, but I hardly ever check it. But, yeah, because that's going to bounce back. He's going to find out very shortly that's going to bounce back. MDH says, your math is off by 20 ounces, is it not? The 1 ounce was purchased previously, was it not? Thumbs up 206. Yes. As I said at the beginning of the video, I showed that all of these orders were placed at the same time. I explained that in the video, but so I'm not off by 20 ounces. Yes, indeed. All right. Silver Beach Bum. Beautiful Silverman. Thank you. Thank you, Silver Beach Bum. Appreciate that. So Wolverine is here. Good to see you. And Guns, Games, and Gadget stack is getting bigger as well. Yes, indeed. That was good. Liquid Electrum. That's a good one now. Right. Yes, indeed. All right. And Jean Robert Lombard from France says, early September, I bought 3 10-ounce Queen's Beast completer for 287 euros each. In early December, after the Queen died, they were 500 euro each. The Queen's Beasts are a must-have, definitely. They have definitely gone up. I've seen that for the 10 ounces as well, too. I think somebody else said they had a kilo version. That would be awesome to have. There's Liquid Electrum with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Liquid Electrum. You are the man. I appreciate that. And along with Brom39, we're going to do 10 razor kicks. That's right. We're going to do 10 razor kicks. For those of you who are new here or may not remember, for every dollar donated via super chat, I do a push-up, a curl, or a razor kick. Every dollar donated via PayPal, friends, and family, I do 2. Now, why do I do that? Well, because YouTube takes 30% and taxes take another 20-some-odd% as well. JD is here. Good to see you, JD. So good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Let's do 10 razor kicks for Liquid Electrum and Brom 39. Here we go. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, there we go. All right. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. You guys are wonderful. Let's march on ahead here to the next episode. We've got Judith and Dan Davis just finished a tube of the 1.25 ounce 2022 Rose Crown Guineas. They are a beautiful coin, and just one of them, they are a higher premium coin, but one of them, way to go. Congratulations. That is awesome. Wow. I need to look at those. Rocky Superstar is here, and he says they're real. Thank you, Rocky. We have the confidence of Rocky Superstar. That's enough for me. Yes, indeed. The one and the only. All right. Dude Day says those push-ups are making me thirsty. Me too. I'm going to have to slurp now because of them. All right. All right. We'll do push-ups for the next one. And we did razor kicks there. But Siren Silver Stash makes a comment here and says the following. I buy silver regardless of the price. Also buy 925. It's cheaper for me to buy it right now. Thumbs up, and I really don't worry. I'm stashing it away for a rainy day. Oh, a boo-boo on your finger. Yes, indeed. I did put a Band-Aid on it. Thank you, Siren Silver Stash. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with just straight-up dollar cost averaging, too. I just have a theory that takes it a little bit to a different direction. But nonetheless, thank you so much. All right. You guys are great. And I appreciate every single one of you being here. If you could press that thumbs up button, it would be most appreciated. Constitutional Stacker is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. There goes the neighborhood. There he is. He is here. One of the only Constitutional Stacker in the plug. Glines and Roads. Yes, indeed, that's right. I found it later in the video and mentioned it. Glines and Roads from America. Pretty cool looking thing, but now I was hoping it'd be a little bit smaller and chunkier, but it is a little larger and wider. A different shape, but that's okay. Mr. Obfuscation. Silver, worst investment you can make. Number one, with buy-sell premiums being as high as they are today, you'll never break even. Well, I disagree with that because you don't know where the price is going to go down the road with inflation and everything else like that. It may take a while, but I think you will break even. History has borne that out to be the case. It may take a while, but we will. Number two, there exists an unlimited supply of silver around the globe, and amount required by industry is shrinking. I cannot afford to lose my shirt, so I'm avoiding silver. Good luck to you. Well, there's another thing too. That's another falsehood, I'm sorry to say, and I don't mean to be argumentative because I always appreciate contrarian views, but there is a limited supply of silver in the ground. Now, they do mine it every year, and a lot of it is mined as a byproduct of other metals. There's no shortage of actual silver around, but getting it to the products and to meet up with demand each year is becoming harder and harder, especially in 2022 and forecast in 2023. But the amount required for industry is actually increasing, and they're forecasting it to increase this year as well too. So, but I do think that you have to keep in mind premiums, so you have some good things to keep in mind there, and understand industrial value as well too. But I think you got to just be careful with how you stack it. But thank you for your thoughts on that for sure. And Joe D says, "Did I see silver in that blood?" Yes, indeed, silver in the blood. Very good. All right. And Theta Phoenix, those Queen's Beast are gorgeous. Yes, indeed. Love the Queen's Beast. Good stuff. Lars Job says, base metals are going to go bananas once the reality of how much would be required for EV production on the scale the government wants to set in. Well, I think you're right, Lars. And already right now, the PV industry is trying to find ways to further utilize as much silver or as little silver as they can. For each solar panel. That's right. Because it's going to be quite a long time before we see anything come through here, or before we see graphene be used. So there's one time to say that graphene may replace silver, but it's not going to be happening anytime soon. If I ever make a video and it tanks, by the way, it's because of the algorithm. All right, just so you all understand. You know, I'm just picking on Terry. Terry said that. Yeah, no. I actually think there's some videos that just aren't very good that I do and others. But hello, very good. But sometimes the algorithm does catch things or doesn't catch things. Raymond Jones says, if you want blood, you've got it. Methinks you're a heavy metal fan, not just a precious metals one. Indeed, you would be correct. Yes, indeed. That's right. Dave Glover, they Chirag vet in the UK if you buy it from the Royal Mint. Oh, I think he meant to say they charge VAT. That's right. They charge VAT if you buy from the Royal Mint in the United Kingdom. In fact, CCT. So, CCT, you're here. You're in the United Kingdom. I don't know if you bought directly from the Royal Mint or not. But if you buy Britannias from the Royal Mint, do they still charge you VAT? That's crazy to think about. All right. Very good. Let's see here. We've got Louis Silver. Says that's some beautiful new silver there. Thank you, brother. I'm sorry about your boo-boo. I'm impressed that you continue the video. In regard to the Royal Mound, are usually more disappointed than satisfaction, and I find their website absolutely insufferable. Yes. Yeah, but Louis Silver, this was actually something that I bought from the bullion side, the investment side, not from the regular. I mean, it's still on the same website. It's a little different experience. I didn't have a bad experience, but understanding how they break out the premiums and stuff like that. Very good. All right, let's see here. Okay. Very good. Hey, Mr. Clad is here. Thumbs up. Thank you so much. Oh man, wow, yeah, Mr. Clad has not been here for a while. So yeah, the 2023 Sal's Gal calendars never really even took off. There was zero interest in it. I think one person said that they would post for it, and that was Nick. If anybody else showed interest in it, but that was one big flop of the channel. Unfortunately, it would have been a great thing, but we never had it. All right, VAT on silver, no VAT on gold, even if you buy directly from the Royal Mint. Okay. All right. CCT says my comment on your video regarding VAT. All new silver has VAT no matter what dealer you buy it from. Secondary silver, no VAT. Okay, very good. Thank you. All right. Constitutional Stackers are going to go make some coffee. So he'll be back. Daniel Bullrunner Lamb. I bought 2 kilos of silver myself. Way to go. So he bought a little more than I did with this. Very, very good. All right. And we have got Tucson Bubba. Take care of your boo-boo. Nice video, Sal. Thank you so much. I put a Band-Aid on it just after that, you know. That's right. Very good. Thank you. And the bricks video, which did not do very well. Okay, here we go. We have another scammer calling us. Hello?
Hey, Jim, it's Tim. I'll calling you. I apologize about calling about 15 minutes late. Just finished up my last meeting. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, no worries. How you doing, Timo? Is it Timo?
Yes, sir. It sure is. I was born in Germany. That's a German name.
Oh, nice. Very, very cool. Nice. What part of Germany were you born in?
It's a little town called Ehigen. Have you ever heard of it? It's pretty close to Frankfurt.
Frankfurt, Ehigen, near the Black Forest, right?
Yes, sir. You know exactly where it's at.
Sweet home, Pennsylvania. Nice. Very, very good. Well, nice. Well, yes. Well, interesting. Fascinating indeed. And, yeah. Well, I'm glad you called because I'm interested in some money for my business.
Yes, sir. And I'm the right guy talking to. So we got to talk a little bit yesterday, and I know you were short on time.
Right.
About how much are you seeking?
Well, I would like to be able to procure about $250,000 for a new initiative that I'm starting, and I think you're going to be blown away by this initiative. It's going to be something literally blown away by it because what it is a certain type of mouthwash that you will take, and we're creating this mouthwash that has little granules of silver in it. So you put this mouthwash in, and instead of spitting it out, what you do is you spit it out, okay? So when you spit this mouthwash out, it has those, you're going to just be injecting a whole bunch of silver microbes into the atmosphere that's going to protect you from all manner of diseases and impurities that may be in the air around you. And people will never have to wear masks again, and so it'll defeat the coronavirus and everything it catches. It actually attracts to any kind of virals and microbes that may be lingering in the air, hovering around there. The silver like gravitates to it because we put this other ADP, the anesophilic diatrobe particle on there that attaches to them in such a way that it just like a magnet. Think of it like me chasing a girl, okay? And I'm running after her, and she's like the magnet, and I'm the guy running after her. But as long as I don't trip and fall, I might catch up to her, and I say, "Tag, you're it." So that's kind of how. So it's spitting into the wind, and that's with this special kind of mouthwash that has these silver microbes in it. I think it's going to be a real winner. We got to do a little bit of marketing with it. We got to buy the silver too. As I am talking to you right now, silver is actually up in the Asian markets. It's the only metal that's up. It's up 0.06% to $23.69 right now in Asia. And we want to try to get silver. We want to try to get it when silver is around $22 if we can. I think we'll be able to make this thing happen. So, yeah. And we're going to start an ad campaign with there's a special kind of type of lady that we want to model this. So what we're going to start this. There's going to be bikini clad lady. Let's call her Terry 79 just for the sake of the example here. And Terry 79, model 79, is going to be wearing this bikini and have a mouth full of this mouthwash with her cheeks bloated like who's that big famous trumpet player? Gillespie. You know, the guy with the big cheeks. What's his name?
Yeah.
Trumpet player. What is his? I forget his name.
I forget too.
Because we would have gotten him to do the ad, but he's expensive and he's dead. So
Right.
so our next best trick is to get Terry 79. Makes a perfect sense. So she's going to have to work on her cheeks to get them to really. We've already put it out that we're paying her by the hour to try to flex her cheek muscles to get them to really stick out, because in print you need to be able to see things clearly. You need to see those cheeks come out, so we don't have to Photoshop them. I don't have to pay a Photoshop artist to make them stick out more. Louis Armstrong. Right. It's Louis Armstrong. That's it, Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong, yes, sir.
I knew it would come to my mind, and I came up with that. I mean, I remembered it all on my own. I had no other help from anybody else on that, just so you understand. All right, very good. And so that is it. We want to bust those cheeks out. We want to blow that mouthwash out to help clean the air around it. And I think if more and more people had that, it's going to make the world a better place. And I think we're going to see the COVID numbers come down even more. Flu, RSV, all this stuff is going to go, not bye-bye, but it'll just go down fairly dramatically.
That's awesome. And the way you described it, I was just kind of envisioning it, like your entire marketing campaign and everything. Definitely excited about this project. And over the course of this call, I'm hoping I can earn your trust to help you with the $250,000 you need to acquire. Now, how soon, Jim, do you feel like you need this capital by?
If we could get this by 2025, I think would be pretty good. Is that possible? Because I think if we can, we can probably, I'm going to do some research a little bit beforehand. We're going to wait for these markets, but I think really by then we should be good to go.
So you're looking at about 2 years out?
Yeah, about 2 years out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, typically I can fund people within 48 hours. So
whoa! You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Not 48 months, 48 hours.
48 hours, yes, sir.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to contact Terry right now and tell her to get working on those cheeks a little bit more. And we might have to get this thing started a little bit sooner rather than later. I never knew that we could get money that fast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely can. One thing about my company, ASAP Funder, is I am the CEO of the company. I'm partnered with 36 platinum banks. In order to get approved by these partners, you got to maintain a very high value, a very low, let's say, default rate, and have integrity with your clients. So because over the year I've been able to build my portfolio and a great reputation, I'm allowed to leverage my relationships at times to make things sometimes that aren't possible happen, Now,
can I stop you right there, Timo? Because you just put another light bulb on my head. Okay, if you've got 25 platinum banks at your disposal, we could do a lot with platinum. Let me tell you, I think platinum is going to go up. Right now, platinum is trading at $1,086 per ounce right now. It's down $1, but it wasn't that long ago. It was below 1,000. So if we could procure enough platinum, we could probably make something happen with that too. It's got some catalytic applications that we could utilize for another thing. I'll have to think of it, but I think we can do it. We may want to move in that direction with these, since you have platinum banks at your disposal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like the idea. Now, the breakdown of this 250,000. Where do you feel like majority of the capital is going to go? As I fund clients, typically I hear inventory, equipment, expansion, office spaces, consolidate debt. Where is this money exactly going to go? And have you already mapped out your projections on how you're going to grow the capital and pay the capital back?
I've got one big white paper on this thing, technical paper that talks about the whole strategy, the whole plan. And it is pretty in-depth and detailed. And it even has infographics, charts, graphs, and everything like that, and timelines. It has what they call a Gantt chart in it. You know what a Gantt chart is?
Never heard of that.
It's an organizational structure where it's a timeline that schedules this all out. And right now we've got everything pretty much start to really kick in at about 2025, but we can move that stuff back. So let me edit that document and let me reconvene. I got to get a hold of my advertising model here and talk to her about her cheeks. But let's reconvene on Friday at 6:15 p.m. sharp. And by then I will have all of my ducks in a row. And by the way, I'm really thinking about starting a duck farm so that I can say that and mean it. and then we will reconvene then and let you know where we're going. Okay.
All right, sir. I appreciate your time, Jim. You have a blessed day. I'll schedule another appointment for Friday at the same time. Okay, brother?
Sounds good. Take it squeezy. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. I got to talk to a girl about her cheeks. All right. All right. Very good. There where we at. Okay, let's see here. All right. Emotional drift. Now, we still have not received a call from our Ohio lady. Let's see, our Ohio Democrat, Sherry. And because I was going to ask her about I was going to ask Sherry about what she thinks about Biden's classified documents that he has hanging around there that they found. His classified documents. I was curious, going to pick her brain about that. But alas, I do have sad news to report, folks. I don't know, some of you may know who Diamond and Silk is. But Diamond and Silk, sadly, Diamond passed away. We don't know the exact cause, but prayers for Diamond and Silk and their family. I don't know how many people are familiar with Diamond and Silk, but they were instrumental to doing the switch for Democrats to Republicans and fun ladies, and just very sad. I heard that last night and it shocked me. Emotional drift. Can't wait for the rest of the world to put sanctions on America. That would be the time to be alive. All right. Well, and the thing is, I don't know. To me, I'm pro-America, and I'm certainly against what some of our politicians do and some of the policies. We as a country have made mistakes over the years, but we are by far the force for good in the world. There's no question about it. But I digress. But thank you, Emotional Drift. Mr. Chain Blue Lightning, I thought those 10 ounces were Scottsdale, and I was like, why didn't I get little boxes? Yes, yep, no, they come with the, and I love that they come in these little boxes from Germania Mint. It's really, really cool. Yes, indeed. I love the 10 ounces and the little boxes they come in. It gives it a little bit of extra flair. All right. Okay, let's see here. And we've got Luke F. says, I love Germanium Mint bars. I have them in almost every size. They come in minus the 100-ounce bar. I didn't know they came out with a 100-ounce bar. That's wild. I would love to get all the sizes, too. Right now, I just have the 5-ounce and 10-ounce size. But I guess the next would be 100-gram. And then the 250-gram. And then the kilo size. And then I would have them all except for the 100-ounce, right? Exactly. Very good. All right. Abraham says, sweat and blood have definitely gone into your stack for sure. Yes, indeed. Living it up to it. That's right. Very good. And Adrian Kike says, when Cousin Sal showed the bloody cut, I almost passed out. Appreciate the sacrifice, my friend. Keep stacking. Thank you, Adrian. All right. Very good. All right. Now, I'm not sure about Pelosi's cheeks, but there's another part of her anatomy that I'm a fan of, even though I'm not a fan of her policies. But I'm just putting that out there for general consumption for Sergeant Gold and others. Mike M., I bought 5 ounces of Buffaloes yesterday at my LCS. Premium went down from $6 to $5.50. Way to go. Think we're going to see some premium shift and finagle around for a while. But yes, indeed. Very good. Mike Raymer, good evening to you, sir. Good to see Aussie Alchemist. Yes, indeed. Aussie Alchemist is here. And Grumpy1 says, watch the nose picker, Sal. Nice addition there for you. Thank you, brother. All right, thank you, Grumpy1. ACX74 looks awesome. I've gone back to almost all silver maples since they have a favorable tax loophole in Canada. All the best to my stacking homies. Thank you, brother. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. Yes, indeed. Favorable tax loophole. Thank you, guys, for the thumbs up. We're at 61. We need 47 more. Actually, I say 47 because that'll comfortably take us over the 100 thumbs up mark. Good crowd here tonight. I appreciate it. Lars Job is here. Flotation devices. There you go. And we've got good people here. All right. Z Makuli says the following. Wow, that is one nice proof-looking 10-ounce silver. I'll check them out on eBay. Yes, I think you like that. All right, very good. All right, that's very good. And oh yeah, let's march ahead here. All right, thank you so much. So Savage Stacker's about to hit the gym. Speaking of gym, I know I've not done any push-ups, and I'm going to do a couple of push-ups in honor of Savage Stacker. All right, and Silver Wolverine is listening while working. Thank you, Silver Wolverine. I appreciate you, brother. I'm going to go ahead and just do 10 push-ups. I feel like I need to get the blood flowing anyway. All right, here we go. Just going to do it now just for gets and shiggles. Here we go. 10 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. All right. Just to get a little bit of blood flowing. All right. Nice. Savage Stacker is hard at it at the gym. Thank you, Savage. All right. There we go. JD, Sal. Now you need a pair of Germania 1 kilo bars. Yes, indeed. I would not love to have one of those. That would be there are 2 of those. I love mine so. Come on, Sal, buy a pair. Stop bleeding on your silver. Blood money. That's right, exactly. I got some blood money. That's right, JD. Very good. All right. Slurp some more. Okay. Let's march ahead here. We need about 33 more thumbs up to get to 100 tonight. 1964 quarter says, I tend to think of silver. Let's see here. I tend to think of silver as a price-adjusted savings account. Over time, it usually goes up. Plus, I end up with a physical object that holds value. If I have extra money, I historically squandered it. It works good for me. All right, there you go. All right. Yes, it is like a price-adjusted savings account. That's true. Liquid Electrum, Whatnot had his best week after fund show. All right. Not the best place to buy silver, but not the worst place either. Big growth. All right. Very good. Nice. I'm glad you had fun there. You got some good acquisitions, Liquid Electrum. So thank you so much. Gaz Grill, the Royal Mint are currently selling 1 kilo Silver Britannia coins. I might have to suck up the VAT on that one. Looks amazing. Yes, it would be pretty cool to have one of those. Yes, indeed. All right. Oh, man. Sergeant Gold he's on the treadmill right now as he's listening to us here. That's cool. That is awesome. Still doing a pretty good job typing, I would think, for that. But yes, Duke Nukem. Glad to see you got some more Germanium Mint bars. They're my personal favorite. Yes, indeed. Inspired by You wants to sell that. Yes, indeed. Very good. All right. Let's see where we are at. Data is here. Germania Kilo can't even stack it. Yes. Yeah, yes, indeed. Data. That would be cool. If you have another one that you can stack it one on top of each other. Z Makuli says here, as I put this in here, says, nice video and silvers, but I don't know what you talking about. The official inflation is 7.1%, and all I know, that is a big fat lie. Our money loss is about 10 to 12% value in a year. Please don't say we got 2% inflation. Well, Z Makuli, that is, you'll notice what I said there, that that is what is normal. That's their target inflation. So I'm using what normal inflation is, not what it is now. I know it's at 7.1%. I think you misheard me in that video, Z Makuli. Oh, man. Al My Boss picked up his first platinum coin last week. I know you have silver, gold, and platinum. Got the Tudor Beast, Yale, and platinum. Way to go. That is awesome. Congratulations on that, Al My Balls. That's great. Oh, Whatnot is an auction site. They sell Pokemon if you need. Okay, whoa. I did not know what. All right, thank you. Very good. Good job. I did not know that. I was wondering what Whatnot was. James Hafford says here on this video, did you cut open the Germania boxes? One of the cool things is that they're wrapped in plastic. Yeah, no, I did not cut the Germania boxes. I did not actually cut those, thank goodness. Yes, indeed. I have them in the boxes. I just take, where I cut it was opening the other boxes. That's how I hurt my finger. Cut my finger. All right. And let's go to the next comment. James Hafford says, you don't think we're going to face economic calamity anytime soon? We're already in it. Well, James, I hate to tell you, but if this is economic calamity, I hate to see what this is nowhere. We're nowhere near economic calamity right now. We're in economic uncertainty, but nowhere near economic calamity. That's for sure. Now, again, what is it saying? A recession is if your neighbor loses his job. A depression is when you lose yours. And a recovery is when we elect somebody else who's going to take us out of it. Like Ronald Reagan. That was the whole thing that Ronald Reagan said. But anyways. Yeah, we're not in economic calamity right now. That's for sure. T the Silver Stacker. Nice acquisitions. Keep the Silver Stack growing. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Bespoken. Currently sacking the 100-gram bars from Germanium Mint. Very nice. I heard they're kind of hard to come by now. But I need to get some of those too. FN59 Shaw says the following. I have a few 2022 10-ounce Royal Arms. A great design, and I like the 10-ounce size. The Royal Arms will be a little different when the King Charles version comes out. Royal Mint premiums are fair, in my opinion, not overpriced, and the collector factor will help the value, I think. Yes, indeed. All right. Yep, I think so too. We'll see what happens with it. I love the coin. I don't know that they made 10-ounce versions in 2021 or 22 in silver or not. I've not looked to see, but T the Silver Stacker says, rub some silver on that cut. It'll be all right. There you go. That's right. That's what I should have done. Cyber Curtain Twitch. All right, here we go. Here's his comment about VAT, and I appreciate him posting it. Let's see what he's got to say here. Get this started. Some nice choices there, Sal. Yes, all new silver in the UK, whether you buy it from the Royal Mint or other main dealer, attracts VAT at 20%. That's why I stopped buying new silver from these sources. You can, of course, buy fairly new releases on the secondary market that don't have VAT, as well as older bullion. Looks like you need some training on the use of knives. Yes, indeed, that's right. Thank you for the clarification on that, brother. Appreciate it. All right. Very good. Yeah, so Lars says some smart people are predicting the economy will be cut in half. Wow. Now that would be something. Can you imagine if it got cut in half? That would be probably a depression at that point. Hafisi Anwar post here, and he says the following. Yes, I'm a UK resident. I purchased some silver from the Royal Mint and got charged 20% VAT. No VAT charge for the customers living outside the UK. All right, very good. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Judy, Miss You is here, and Tony is here. Gas Grill is still with us. Good to see you all. And so is Jamie Fox. Thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up button. We need 22 more to get to 100 tonight, as we have a little bit of fun here, answering some comments and interacting with you, the viewer. Yes, indeed. Unidrummer, what do you folks think is going to happen to the value of the dollar when Putin vaporizes Washington, D.C. in March? Oh, boy. Well, that is quite a prediction. Yeah, don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. But anyways, Grouch Master, or I hope it's not going to happen anyway. How do you feel about cyber metals from JM Bullion? That's kind of I don't know that I really follow it a whole lot. I think that's one of the digital offerings that they have there, digital money. And I've not really have much experience with it, so I really don't have much opinion on it. I just would rather have it physical. I'll just put it to you that way. All right, let's see here. All right, Maria Chin is here. We want classified material. That's right. We got to get it from old Joe Biden's office there, wherever he's got it stored. And by the way, some of those classified documents that Joe Biden had as vice president pertain to Ukraine and China and other foreign places. So yeah, we need to get those into the hands of the Congress. They need to be subpoenaed. Quite interesting information that came out. Martin Harris says, bloody good video, old chap. Don't look too bad. Keep Band-Aids at hand for unboxings. That's right, exactly. Or just be more careful might be the more apropos thing. Larry Henshaw says, you almost cut my nose with a knife when opening the second box. Be careful. Yes, sir. I'll be careful. Thank you, brother. Don't want to cut anybody else. It's bad enough that it cut me. All right. And we've got Melanie says, silver's good, but make sure you have a stock of food. We can't eat silver. That's right. I talked about that in a video just a day or so earlier. Unlock says, we have to pay VAT for new silver. It's a bugger. So I buy secondhand silver. Much better, no tax. All right, there you go. Very, very good. Coins A to Z says, I love large coins and metals so long as they sport well designed and stuck motifs and designs. There you go. Yes, indeed. They sport well designed. I like the motifs and designs in some of these pieces. The Royal Arms is a beautiful piece. Richard Metcalf, silver always brings up the rear of economic turmoil and requires patience. That's exactly right, Richard. And it really does. That's borne out by the facts. Gold is definitely more stable. However, silver has more upside potential. That's right. It sure does. Oh, yeah. Very good. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. I think some Kevlar gloves should be the next year's Santa's list. I like that. Yes, Kevlar gloves. That would be good. Probably crazy expensive, but yeah, that would be awesome. All right. Subpoena. That's right. Subpoenas. All right. If you want the feminine version, it'd be the Subvina. Subvija. Silver Survivor. Maybe you can hold this 61 ounces of silver for in and for when the GSR is such that you can sell it for an ounce of gold. Now, that would be cool. I take that 61 ounces, trade it right in for gold. That would be awesome. All right. Let's go over here to Jonathan Witchell. I prefer to hear about the value, not the cost, because all I hear every day is we are in an economy war with Europe and how it affects U.S. I'm so frustrated with the following cost of precious metals because precious metals is not a place to profit on your investment. It's a safe place to put your money. That's right. Exactly. The fundamentals are exactly that. It is for wealth preservation, or as Silver Wolverine correctly states, it's really about purchase protection. Protecting your, it's protecting your purchasing power. Boris Perez, Sal's a true blood. That's right, exactly. I like to think of myself that way. Richard Metcalf says, silver goes well with red. Thanks for the sacrifice. Thank you, sir. Yes, indeed. Solid grab, Sal. Thank you. Clean money. Gold. Appreciate that, sir. Yep. All right, now you folks from the UK, Gaz Grill Unlocked, I guess is from the UK. I didn't know that until I read his comment. And CCT, did they make the 10-ounce version of the Royal Arms in 2021 and 2022? Let me know if that's the case. Blunt knives for the win as opposed to the risk of sharp ones. That's right, there you go. Although I found out pretty how sharp it was. Thank you, Silita, with a thumbs up on this. Shannon Dalton. Beautiful bars and had a few 5-10 ounce. I've diversified them into gold. Have a few kilos left. Way to go. All right. Very good. All right, folks. I think we are going to do a sale. That's right. We are going to do a push-up and curl sale. We've not done any curls tonight. We've only done a few push-ups pro bono earlier, but we're going to do 2 push-ups for $1 on the super chat and 3 push-ups for $1. Or exercise. PayPal friends and family. PayPal friends and family. There you go. For limited time only. Bad Weather Freak. Sal, what are your thoughts on digital dollar? I've done a fair amount of videos on those. If you type in CBDC or maybe even digital dollar in the search on my channel, let's see what pops up here. Let's see here. Let's move over here and see. If you go all the way to the right and click on the thing here, let's type digital dollar, see what pops up. Here we go. Biden signs executive order on digital dollar, the end of crypto and dollar as we know it. Check this video out. That's another one that does talk a little bit about it. We need a digital dollar according to, check that video out. So I've done a lot of different videos on the digital dollar and CBDC. So yes, indeed. So check that out if you get a chance there. And let's march ahead here. To Roger Metcalf, 20% tax in the UK. Robbers, indeed it is. They need to repeal that for sure. JM Unleashed, there you go. All right, JM Unleashed has posted $5 Canadian So he's got the curl with the little icon there. So we're going to do 10 curls for JM Unleashed. There we go. Thank you, JM Unleashed. You were the man. Appreciate that, brother. Here we go. 10 curls. Here we go. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. All right. Nice. Thank you. Thank you, JM Unleashed. I'm kind of glad because I don't really feel like doing any of these exercises anyway, so I may won't say anything more about that, but very good. All right. Rego Silver, good looking pickups. Love them. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Medic, thank you, sir. Thank you, Sarge. Yes, indeed. Having a little fun. Bleeding a little bit for the audience. Thank you again. Gas Grill uses them for coasters for his tea. Oh, that's a good idea. Use those things for coasters for your tea. Love it, love it. BET 9000. Name of the song at the beginning, please. It's just a scratch track that I recorded a number of years ago. It's not associated with any song. It's just a collection of riffs. I never made it. Very good. Thank you, BET. I hope you like it. Heavy Metal Stacker. Love the Germanium Mint bars. Might be my next purchase. Thank you. All right, yeah. Good stuff. All right, there you go. Let's get to 100 thumbs up. We need a 12 more. I'm showing here 12 more thumbs up to get there. Reach over the top. Thank you. Zardal says, I hope you heal up fast there, Mr. Sal. The video is proof to me that you're not an alien from outer space. No green blood there. Yes, thank you. All right, I had to prove my humanity, but alas, it has been done. Very good. Thank you. Appreciate every single one of you being here tonight. Thank you. Eliam Biles says, good job, Sal. It seems like we're always buy and sync. All right, nice. Bought at the same time I did. Thank you, sir. Michael Ramsey, Sal. Let me get this over here. I don't jump too far ahead of myself. I'd bet the price of silver won't go down much. You see, I'm waiting for it to be cheaper so I can buy more. Exactly, I hear you. That's my thought too. Right when I'm ready to buy, it stays up. And then as soon as I do buy, it goes down. They call that Salivate's law. All right. Very good. Thank you, guys. And let's march ahead to the next comment, shall we? Matthew Brown. I totally agree with you. I save in physical silver rather than fiat. All right. I don't think there's anything wrong with having both, but I think it's good to have a little bit just in case you don't have to use all of your gold and silver if you need it for emergencies. Tony Minuti, who was inside of the chat here earlier, says the following. Excellent choices. There also have been on my radar. I've been concerned about that knife you use. Liner locks can close on your fingers with little force. Might I recommend Triad locking blade with one with a better edge retention. Cold Steel Spyderco. If you're feeling really fancy, Microtech. Remember, a dull knife is a dangerous knife. All right, thank you, Tony. I will look into that. All right, with Triad locking blade. Good thinking. Yes, indeed. I also have some fixed blade knives I could probably use too, but thank you so much. Like this knife here that I used yesterday. I'm actually trying to close it. It's not working, but yeah, without the thing. But I kind of like the things on the end there. I don't like these other ones, but anyways. Silver Wolverine, nice stuff, Sal. I would only bleed for gold. There you go. Yes, indeed. All right. Rudy Poo says, my LCS is my bank. Always was, always will be. There you go. Very, very good. Bud Scott, I do all my prospecting on Apmex Mountain. There you go. I like how these last two comments worded those. Very good. All right, CCT's got to head out. Thank you, Cyber Curtain Twitcher. Always appreciate you. He's got to be up early for work. Have a good night, my friend. I need to sharpen that knife, says Rocky Superstar. Yes, indeed. Sharpen that knife. I need to get a good knife sharpener. Very good. All right. Bleed on, Sal. There you go, Gold Chick. Bleed on, I shall. Liquid Electrum says Microtech is a $400 knife. Wow. You can buy almost a quarter ounce of gold for that. I think I'll pass on that. Thank you, Gold Chick. Maybe Gold Chick will show up tonight in here. John D, I just bought a 100-ounce bar from Boyne Exchange. They have good sales. All right. Well done. Good job, John D. Leif Hoopsker, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Let me get over here. Says, Royal Arms coin, I love it. Usually prefer 1 ounce of fractional coins, but still very cool. Indeed, is there any hint when the new King Charles III on Canadian Maple Leaf coins will be available? My favorite coin shop said something about December 1st for Britannia coins. Yeah, I would be surprised if they waited that long for Britannia's to put Charles on it, because they already have an official portrait there. I have no clue about a Royal Canadian Mint. My guess is they need to come up with a new design and then have it be approved by the king. So we shall see. Treasure Charger, Algorithm Food. Thank you, Treasure Charger. Always appreciate you, Treasure Charger. You're being a faithful viewer. You're always here in the live streams too, so very much appreciate you. And he's also a channel member. And if you're ever interested in being a channel member, you can click the join tab. It does help the channel. And we've been spoiled by Silver King, who's been out for a while. I don't know how long. He may be out for an extended period of time. But Silver King usually gifts those accounts. But I've seen a lot of people are not renewing those. But if you're ever interested in that, that's another way. Certainly do appreciate you guys. Mike Raymer, distracted or not, you did a great job, Sal. Keep on stacking. Thank you, Mike. Very kind of you. All right. And let's see here. Hate to see you bleed, Sal. Thank you. Well, thankfully, I did get the bleeding to stop. And Aussie Alchemist on this bricks video. Let's see here. Says the following. What about the West human rights abuses, war crimes, and atrocities? Not nearly as bad as those in these other nations. I mean, you can't even hold a candle to it. And yeah, so we don't have a glass house here, Ozzy. That's one thing I will definitely stand up for the United States human rights record compared to any other nation on earth, aside from maybe the United Kingdom or Germany now. But as far as Russia, China, hands down, there's no comparison, none whatsoever. We ain't got no glass house here. That's for sure. There's no comparison. I know people say that, and they think, well, like the Iraq War and what happened in Abu Ghraib was horrible. But the thing is we hold ourselves accountable for that kind of thing. That does not happen in Russia. I guarantee you that. There's no question about that. But I will stand up for the United States any day of the week, especially considering that when people think about war crimes and atrocities, they're putting direct blame on our soldiers. And God bless the men and women who defend this country. The vast majority of them are very good people, and they do the right thing. And so, yes, indeed. And as Silver Stacker says, if the USA was so bad, why does everybody in the world want to run here and be here? Exactly right, Silver Stacker. So, Aussie Alchemist, I hope you see that. I don't think he's here, but yeah, I strongly disagree with that. We ain't got no glass house here. It is on firm foundation. And even with the president we have, and even with big tech and the FBI, which is corrupt right now, they need reforming, but we have a system where we can make that happen. And but yes, indeed. But I will, the thing is, I never fought and got wounded for this country. But what I will do is defend it with his words as much as I can, especially against comments like this and other. And guys, there's somebody else I'm talking as well too in the chat side or on the comment side that I'm going to battle with on this, because you cannot say enough good about those who serve this country. And I'm very passionate when it comes to the men and women who serve our country. and who have fought for it. No matter what the war was, whether you think it's justified or not, they are there, and they're fighting for our country. They put their lives on the line, and the least I can do is to try to defend them. All right. Same here, Silver Wolverine. I would not want, and I tell them, I even told this one guy, said, hey, you try living in another country. See what it's like if you go there where they don't have a Second Amendment, for instance, where you can't protect yourself. But yes, indeed. But God bless America, the greatest country in the world, not because we're better people than anybody else, but we're the greatest country in the world because we utilize faith in our fellow man. We utilize faith in our fellow man through the free enterprise system with the principles of liberty, individual liberty, and responsibility, and that has sparred off and created the most successful and the most prosperous world in history. Our country and what we do with our foreign policy and with our policies around the world has lifted the world up. We have lifted the world up. We have benefited the world at large more than hurt it. And again, that's not to say we haven't made mistakes. We have. And where those mistakes were made, we should correct them. And there should be justice for those who do things like in Abu Ghraib and that type of thing. Which, by the way, Abu Ghraib is a walk in the park compared to what other nations. Look at what Russia is doing in Ukraine right now. The war atrocities, raping of women, stuff you don't hear about, but it is happening. Killing innocent people, binding them up and shooting them in the head in the streets, in the middle of the streets. That's what's going on in Ukraine right now by Russia. And but anyway, sorry, I'm on a soapbox, but I'm very passionate about that. And anyways, all right. B Newbie says hello from Arkansas. Thank you, Sal. Thank you, B Newbie. All right. Steve AUAG, first to like, thank you. All right, thank you, Steve AUAG, another long-time viewer. This is my video about the A-Mark precious metals. That's right. That's right, JD. All gave some gave all. God bless our troops. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. And Count Derpala is here. And, Gold Chick is here. Hello, Gold Chick. So good to see Gold Chick is here. All right. Very, very good to see you all. And T, the Silver Stacker, the Evil Empire does it again. Bullion Bully. I do have to admit that I really like their chunky little old school 1 ounce bars. Yes, indeed, I do too. I like those little chunky bars. They're really cool. I'd like to have more. Silverback Stacker has a bunch of them. And let's see. Rainbird says the A-Mark blog strikes again. Yes, indeed. And John Bethia says, this is beginning to sound like a monopoly to me. I tell you what, they're just nibbling away at all these different companies. I think they're playing it smart with the lawyers, but that's a little bit concerning to me. It really is. Silver Wolverine, you're right. Most other countries, Matt Gaetz and Lauren Bobart would be dead or in prison. That's right, exactly. You think about it, and our system is flawed. Our government is corrupt. There's no question about it. But compared to other nations, it's a walk in the park here. And does not mean that we should strive to be better. We should strive to be better in this country. And because we are falling backwards in this country. There's no question about it. And I don't make excuses whenever we make mistakes. But Silverstack34 says, I stick to my LCS. Thanks for the update. Thank you, brother. All right. And John Bethia, I started out buying Silver Eagles from Texas Precious Metals. They were good to me. I've heard good things about them. I've never bought from them before, but I've heard some good things. Napalm Death is here. Good to see you. Silver Wolverine, I don't like it, and I try to avoid A-Mark online involvement when I can. Understandable, for sure. Yes, indeed. All right, thank you. Thank you, Gas Grill. Appreciate it. Yeah. Appreciate that, my friend. Silver Lunatic, Texas Precious Metals had excellent shipping policy. I've heard they offer free shipping for almost anything, or very low. But anyway, Scully says, all I know is, hold on a second here. Let me get this over here. All I know is ever since they bought Provident JM, prices on those have skyrocketed. Yeah, I've found some semi-decent deals from time to time, but what I've found is, yeah, some of the prices have gone up, but their selection has also improved dramatically too. Let's see here. Ozzy Alchemist is here. Okay, he's here. I don't know. Did you hear my response? Did you know your troops, who I don't blame, ran a 3-day bombing campaign in Syria at Commander and Queef's quarters? Well, there was ISIS in Syria, Ozzy Alchemist. So of course they ran a bombing campaign there. I'm surprised it was only 3 days. Do you remember what ISIS was doing in that country? Under Donald Trump, we wiped ISIS out. And by the way, look what Russia did in ISIS as well, in Syria too. Russia was in there as well too. And look what ISIS has done in there. If we had not done those bombing campaigns and supported those who were fighting against ISIS, who knows how big the caliphate would have been. They were making real possibility to launch from Libya into Italy. That's where their plans were. I paid very close attention back then to that. But anyways. All right. Yeah, sorry, Ozzy. I totally disagree with that. The United States did not create ISIS. We did not create ISIS. Militant Islamists did. ISIS is an ideology, is based around an ideology of militant Islamism, Islamist. It was not a creation of any country, much less the United States. That's a ridiculous notion. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Grumpy one. I was bummed when spot was down. Now I'm bummed that spot is up. What to do? What to do? Monthly is the way to grow. All right, there you go. Time your purchases. But hey, hang in there. All right, NC Purdy, 68. Total joke, and people think only the stock market is rigged. Yep. Well, and that's just it. You got to be careful. I mean, I don't know. Just when they are in all of these different aspects of the supply chain of precious metals, it does make you wonder what's going on. JD, does Edelment bars coins for the Germanium Mint? No, they don't. Germanium Mint is out of Poland, actually. Edelmente Mint, I think, is in Germany. At least from my understanding, I don't think they outsource those. I think they do them themselves, but I don't know. Unless I could be wrong. But let's see here. Ozzy says the CIA funded rebel groups to overthrow Assad. You get ISIS. Well, Ozzy, that's a stretch. That's a huge stretch to say just because CIA may have funded rebel groups to overthrow Assad does not mean that that created ISIS. Because there was a lot of different groups trying to overthrow Assad, and some of that money may have gone to what was some of the individuals who ended up creating ISIS. But but we also, Ozzy, we also funded Al Qaeda. Then that would be like saying the United States started Al Qaeda, because Osama bin Laden was part of the Mujahideen in Afghanistan at the time, and we funded a lot of those same individuals. That would be just like saying, and nobody is saying that the United States created Al Qaeda. It's a very loose connection there. So there's not you can't say this or that. I mean, good grief. I mean, that's almost like saying, let's say that would be like saying, all right, this particular family is on welfare and they're getting food stamps and EBT cards from the government, and the son finds a gun and shoots up his school. That means the United States created a school shooter. See what I'm saying? It's an illogical argument. You cannot go there by saying that. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Evers Way says, Seems the government would have jumped on this before it happened, especially when it concerns precious metals. It's obvious to me that someone we aren't aware of has their hand in a cookie jar. It just baffles me how this could have happened. Yeah, I think they're probably navigating the very complex legal web here, Evers way. And I think that's why they're like doing this 12% thing here and there. All right, but anyways, very good. All right. Okay. Wega Paul says, this just came up in his, I guess, in his trending or his sidebar there. Amazing you quit stacking 9 years ago, but thank God you had a change of heart. Thank you so much. Well, Wega Paul, in the description of this video, it says make sure your sarcasm detector is on. Yes, indeed. Very good. And Ziggy says, coin shows are better than online dealers. Yes, I think so. You can find some pretty good bargains at coin shows, and a lot of selection and variety there. But you have to wait for the coin shows to come around the show there. But anyways, Silverstruck, nice vintage silver background, very nice. I did not realize how big Texas Precious Metals was. Well, it's not that big, really. I think that's part of the reason. I mean, well, I guess it is big in the fact that some of the things I mentioned in there with this depository, and that may be one of the reasons why they wanted to buy them. But compared to some of the other dealers out there, I think they're, as far as the business they get, I don't think they probably do as much, but maybe they do. I mean, if the numbers aren't red, we're pretty impressive. But anyways. All right, let's move on. We've got Jim says, wasn't going to like, but thumbs down. But then there was blood. Nice twist. Wouldn't recommend it being a regular occurrence, but do appreciate authenticity. Well, thank you. All right. All right, well, thank you so much. Glad you watched at the end. Silver Hair Stacker is here. Good to see you. Silver Hair Stacker. Let's see here. Says Rasta Molindon, I feel your concern, Sal, when you stack due to a heightened sense of mistrust, not only of government, that others will never have your best interest at heart, and you hear this, you are fortified in your resolve. Stack long and hard, folks. No company gets eaten up or into a majority of cases blindly by another. Please patronize LCS. There you go. Yes, indeed. And I think there's something to be said. I know I do try to I do most of my business with some of those other companies as well, too. I mean, obviously, I have a round for sale at JM Bullion, but aside from that, I mean, there's some ways, some instances, you know, sooner or later you can't avoid everything. In fact, this whole ESG thing, almost every company out there is embracing it, and likely everybody that's listening to this right now is probably tied in with some way, whether a banking institution or some other company that they buy from or whatever is engaged in either wokeness or ESG, or a combination of both. All right, there you go. Thank you, El Chip. Yes, indeed. The blood from the last video showed how committed you are. All right, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Timothy Whittington, thanks. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. JM Unleashed, very nice pickup, Sal. I hope you timed out that night for 300 seconds. Yes, indeed. I love it. That's what I should have done. Worthy of doing that. Very good. All right. Yes, indeed. Veteran Metals. Oh, snap. Great video, fam. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Brent Bosch. Lots going on under the surface of this market. Sure is. There's a lot happening, indeed. All right. Global Warmer with a thumbs up. Thank you, Global Warmer. Appreciate that. Randy Angus says, I picked up a tube of 2012 Silver Eagles. All right, yeah, a whole tube of those. For $7.60 today. At my LCS, thought it was a decent deal. Wow. Man, that's not bad at all. 79, you missed the video. If you want to see me bleed, check out this morning's video, 79, Terry 79. Let me know when you watch it and comment on it to see me bleed. All right, I need to know if you're going to do that. Let's see, 760 divided by 20. What is that? 38 bucks a piece. Nah, it's still pretty high. Randy, that's still pretty high, I think. Yes, indeed. Clean money gold. The rich get richer. Yes, indeed. That's right. Bikini Woman says on this video, and I quote directly from her, by the way. Hold on. Well, 10-ounce coins are very nice to have, but this one with the unattractive lion is just not my cup of tea, but glad you like it. The Germania bars, though, are totally awesome. I have some of those, and they are my favorites. The other bar is also nice. I've not managed to buy any medals yet this year, but hopefully I will add some soon. All right, thank you. Yeah, I guess that, I haven't looked at that line close, but I think it's kind of nice. All right, thank you, Silver Wolverine. Have a wonderful evening, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Silver Wolverine. Appreciate you, brother. Have a good evening. And Elizabeth Kahn is here. And Terry79 is actually excited to see me in pain and hurting. But alas, this video here that the Bikini Woman is commenting on is the video where I bleed. It's not letting me post a comment there, but A-Mark is going toe-to-toe with AppMex. Yes, indeed. Sure are. All right. Let's go down here and capture some more comments here. To the bottom of these, or close to it. Where are we at? Let's get down here. Get down on it. Bam-ba-down-ba-down. Get down on it. My sale is still going on, by the way. 2 push-ups per dollar via Super Chat and 3 push-ups per dollar via PayPal, friends, and family. All right, let's see here. Where are we at? Come on, we're going to do just a few more here. Meta Wolf says, that 10-ounce coin is a beauty. I plan to buy one and use it as a dinner plate. You probably could. One of the most beautiful coins to have in a collection, in my opinion. Great purchase, thank you. Makes me feel better about the purchase. Thank you, Meta Wolf. Very cool. And Chuck555 on my Watch Gold video. No tourniquets, JD. Thank you, but I did listen to Tourniquet while I was wearing it. But Chuck says, I'm so blessed to have the job I have in order to stack food, water, gold, and silver. Always thank the Lord for this. Good job. Yes, indeed. I will not squander the fiat on non-essentials. I appreciate the channel. Thank you, Chuck. Appreciate you, sir. All right. All right. Very, very good. Let's march ahead here. I'm going for a Salivate Metal sale. That's right. Maybe we'll get Terry to donate. Do it, do it, do it, Terry. Colmar says, fill your boots. There you go. Fill the boots. Michael Martin, Sal, you are proof. My grandchildren love the packaging more than the gift itself. There you go. All right. Thank you. All right. And let's see here. John Bethia says, give Sal a silver star for being wounded in his action for showing his new silver. There you go. I love it. That's great. I slurp to that. All right, we've got dragons or bridges don't fly. I like that's a pretty cool little thing there. I quit smoking and drinking. The cost doesn't bother me because I just burning those dollars anyway. Great video and thanks. That's a great way. I tell you what, I can't think of a better way to shift money around by quitting smoking and drinking and stacking gold and silver. Oh man, I should have burnt the wound shut like Rambo. That's a good. That's right, Gold Chick. I should have done that. Let's see here. Ozzy Alchemist says, quote from U.S. politician, quickest way to peace is sending more weapons. Actually, that's probably close, but Ronald Reagan once said to prepare, to secure peace, one must prepare for war. And I'm a strong opponent, or a strong proponent of that. Always be ready. And use it sparingly, but if we need it, have it in hand there. But I think that is what it was. To secure peace, prepare for war. You must prepare for war. Bill Massey, you know what a treasure trove. Thanks for showing. Thank you so much, Bill, for watching this video. That's actually my most popular video. Freed Me says here, says it doesn't matter as long as premiums are high. So you're paying way too much for your silver right now. Yeah, they're pretty high right now, but they're starting to come down a little bit. We got some evidence of that places around, for sure. Speak softly but carry a big stick is another one. That's right, Elizabeth Kahn. That was said by Theodore Roosevelt. Never run with silvers. That's right. There you go. Judy Mishu says, Sal, I have 5 kilo bars from Germania. A mint ordered them in one purchase. They came in a mint box all sealed up. I have not opened it up. It's a small box and surprisingly heavy. Maybe one day I will explore it. Wow. 5 kilo bars ordered in one purchase. Man, Judy, she outshone me today. That time. That's wild. That's wild. Crazy. All right, very good. Let's march ahead here. Pure gold. Stack gold at spot price. You do better than stacking silver. Well, yeah, good luck finding gold at spot price. It's very hard to do. Hand Dug Gray 420. Very nice purchase. I haven't been able to make a silver purchase in 2023 yet. I found some war nickels, but no legit silver yet. Hopefully next month. Way to go. Good job. Love the 10-ounce coin bar. Thank you, but it's technically not a coin bar. But hey, thank you so much, Dixon Hills. Honig, if you start buying, love the box openings. Nice one. Thank you so much. Moonchild Straver says, since Brexit, VAT is charged to anyone in Europe. So nice, but not very useful anymore for most people this side of the pond. All right, very good. All right, everybody. We've been going for quite a while. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Ozzy Alchemist, what would happen if NATO and USA walked away from Ukraine mess they created tomorrow? They didn't create the Ukraine mess, Ozzy. The Ukraine mess was created by Russia alone. War would not be over. What would if NATO and USA walked away? And by the way, by providing arms there, I don't know that necessarily Russia would take over, but they would certainly be at a disadvantage. Although I do think that we need to have some accountability with the money we have sent to Ukraine. Sadly, our politicians here have sent all that money over there with no accountability of where it's going. Now, obviously, they're using some of it for weapons. They've got to survive, so it's most of it probably is going there. But who knows? They could be funneling some of that other money somewhere else. I heard recently that that Zelensky is going to be speaking at the World Economic Forum, and that's a little scary. But yeah, but that's just but otherwise, no. If we stepped out, if we stopped sending money to Ukraine now, they should have enough to be able to win this thing. I think we should be sparingly and on conditions give them money, but that's it. I don't know where some of this money is going, and every American should have the confidence that every dollar we spend is going for the right reasons in Ukraine. But that's a whole nother story. But anyways, but one thing's for sure, Ozzy Alchemist, we did not create that conflict. That was started by Russia and Russia alone. No question about that. Too much blaming the U.S. on everything. You can't blame the U.S. for everything. And but anyways, Terry Holmes says, I buy silver for the joy of the hobby. When the time comes, I will pass it on to the kids. As for hard times, cash, food, shelter are best for me. There you go. All right. Yes, and those are the most important things: cash, food, and shelter. Yeah, Sergeant Gold. I don't necessarily trust Ukraine either. I mean, Ukraine has been a cesspool of corruption for years, years and years and years. And by the way, Republican and Democrat politicians have been involved in that corruption for years. There's no question about that. That my moral clarity is revolves around. I don't care how corrupt they are with their money. If they are enriching themselves on the backs of the Ukrainian people, that's sad, and I hate that they're doing that. But it's not our place. But it's also not Russia's place to invade a sovereign nation that posed no threat to them. That's my problem. Now, as far as Zelensky, well, he was elected kind of like Trump and from the private sector to hopefully fix some of the corruption. Is he corrupt? I don't know, but my guess is probably not. I mean, he had a pretty good conversation with Trump, and that good conversation with Trump led to his impeachment when it shouldn't have been. And but there was a time when we had corruption with politicians, including the one that's president right now. And but that's a whole nother story. Corruption in Ukraine is independent of being attacked by a sovereign country. Let's see here. Very, very good. All right. So Cherokee Cowboy, very nice purchases. Keep on stacking. Very good. Stephen Wilder, as the English would say, bloody silver. There you go. That's right. Bloody silver. That's right. Yeah, I don't know if he's a puppet. I don't know what happened, what's going on there, but either way, I mean, let's say they're, I don't doubt for a moment that Ukraine is a mess and is corrupt. I don't know enough about Zelensky. I do know this: Zelensky has stayed in country under threat of his life when he could have fled. And to me, I have a huge amount of respect for somebody who is staying in his country amidst under great threat of personal injury and harm and even death to rally his people for the defense of their country. Rebel Lucy says, great dedication even when sliced. Sal keeps moving forward. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Rebel. JW, silver is most likely going to drop before going up. I'm waiting for that dip. Something tells me that Thursday and Friday are going to be bloody days, as derivatives are pushing it. I'm buying it if it hits the 50 estimated moving average on the daily chart. And JPM needs to recover some of their liquidity, or should I say their clients' liquidity, to love to gamble. There you go. That's right. All right. All right. Very good. All right, folks, we're going to play a little game here. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for the thumbs up. So in this game, it's a literal video game, a phrase, a term coined by JM Unleashed. So here's how we do it. I've got over 5,600 videos on this channel. That means you could probably search for anything on my channel if you go to the channel page and go to the search. And when you do that, anything will come up no matter how crazy the search term is. So what we're going to do in this game is we are going to play a little game where you can pick the most wildest, craziest search term you can think of by putting 3 pluses in front of your search term like this. After I type the word go, no more than 3 words. It must be actual words. They can be a little bit naughty or salacious, but not overly vulgar. No more than 3 words. Go ahead and do it now. Let me see what you got. Silver Smith stopped by to say hello. Thanks for the thumbs up. McCarthy and company are on the offensive for these Dems. Yes, indeed. Very good. Thank you, Silver Smith. Yes, indeed. I'm glad too. Let's see what pops up, what people are saying. Hello, Silver Hair Stacker. Good to see Silver Hair is here with one and the only. All right. Let's see here. All right, everybody stop. Everybody stop. We got one. We're going to try this one here. Let's try Sergeant Gold's Wet Beaver. Let's see what pops up for Wet Beaver. Not Wheat Beaver, but Wet Beaver. No content for Wet Beaver. Dang, you broke this. He broke the search. All right, let's go up to JD, Sticky Booger. Let's see, we've got Sticky Booger from JD. No dice there. You guys are good. You're breaking my search here tonight. Elizabeth Kahn, Jumping Lima Beans. Let's see here. Nothing for Jumping Lima Beans. You guys are on a roll tonight. Wow. Gold Chick, Liquid Human Juice. Man, you guys are good tonight. Whoa. Well, we got a live stream that popped up for that one. I'm actually surprised that anything popped up for, but those don't count. So we're going to go for Richard Metcalf's search term, scam. We know there's going to be something for that, scam. Now, we did this one before, this video before, so we're going to do this one here. This one came up before when we did a search, and I think scammer was in it before. But we're going to do this one here. Cats and Coins, prank call exposes scam. I think you'll get a kick out of this one from 5 years ago. Cats and Coins, prank call exposes scam. So I think JM Unleashed is still here, I think, is he not? So let's see here. And Randy, I think you still overpaid a little bit for those. Randy, I did the math on that, $38. But it was Evil Cowboy. Thank you so much, my friend. Selling Evil Cowboy running in 2024. Thank you, Evil Cowboy. I appreciate it. So JM Unleashed just posted the link to it. Thank you, JM Unleashed. So what you'll do now is you'll watch that video, Cats and Coins prank calls expose a scam, and just let me know that you watched it from this live stream, and let me know what your thoughts are. I think you'll get a kick out of it. We had a little bit of fun with this one. Yes, indeed, a scam alert. All right. Thank you, guys. You're wonderful. Thank you again, Evil Cowboy, for the super chat. And you guys have been great this evening. Thank you so much. We will be back here on Friday night, unless I'm get on a tear, maybe come back on a Thursday or Wednesday. You never know. But anyways, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you again. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Take care, all. Thank you again. Good night.